welcome to Friday Nights with Emma. Cheers. Got the old Sauvignon Blanc tonight, mixing it up. Not gin tonight. Just fancied it. It's nice sunny, well, here it's, yeah, fairly sunny evening. I thought, gotta have a bit of wine. Just give everybody a minute to join. Give us a little wave, a little thumbs up. Hello, Mikey's on camera tonight again. No link as yet, but I'm sure he'll show up at some point and start messing with the camera.
Barbara is watching.
Oh, hi Barbara.
Claudia.
Hi Claudia. Hi,
Diana.
Hi Diana.
Your mom.
Hello Mum.
Susan.
Hi Susan.
Terry.
Hi Terry. Here he is. Here's Link. He's like, I know that sound. That's my cue.
Cheryl.
Hi Cheryl.
Claudia asks, are you cold?
I am. I actually kept my scarf on, like my mask that I wear all the time.
Barbara.
It is. It's freezing.
Carol.
Hi Barbara. Hi Carol.
Kathleen.
Hi Kathleen.
Margaret.
Margaret.
Yeah. Diana.
Hi Diana.
Judith.
Hi Judith.
Annette.
Hi Annette.
Kate.
Hi Kate.
Christine from Glasgow.
Oh, hi Christine.
Maggie.
There he is.
Maggie.
Hi Maggie.
Judith.
Hi Judith. I'm just finishing up some of the blocks that I did last week. It's the first chance I had to sit down for 10 minutes, so I just figured I'd just go through these.
Diamond.
Hi Jill.
Gail.
Hi Shirley. Hi Gail.
Christine.
So I'm laughing because Link is climbing. His new favourite party trick. He likes to climb on Pop-Pop's shoulders, on Mikey's shoulders. There. So that's a little bit more of those done. They'll get there eventually.
Lorraine from Kent.
Oh, hi Lorraine.
Terry says you're cold and I'm having a hot flush.
Oh, yeah, freezing.
Joan.
Hi Joan.
Lorraine.
Hi Lorraine.
Christine.
Hi Christine. Well, I thought I would show you tonight is a little sneak peek of what I'll be doing for Sewing Street a week from Sunday, so it's the 16th. I can't show you the whole thing. I did show you a little preview, if you saw on Instagram, on Facebook yesterday, the centre star. So that's the centre star. Oh, but this.
Ellen.
Oh, hi Ellen.
Sandy.
Hi Sandy.
Lorraine.
This is
Anne.
what. Hi Anne.
Diane.
Hi Diane.
Laurie.
Hi Laurie.
Joanne and
Hi,
Mum Maureen.
Oh, hi Jo. Hi Mum Maureen.
Anne.
Hi Anne.
Sandy.
Hi Sandy. So this is what it was made from, which is a nice printed pattern. It's gorgeous. It's called Porcelain Tile, and it comes in the green that I did it in. It comes in the blue, and we're going to pair the blue with a really lovely sort of primrosy yellow. So this is, you get all your fabrics.
Laurie says hello to Link.
Victorian tile print fabrics on it.
Kath.
Oh, hi Kath.
Beverly from a very cold Kent.
Hi,
Christine from a bright Cornwall.
Oh, it's nice.
Karen.
Hi Karen. Yeah, so that's the panel. That's what it's made out of. And it comes in, like I said, the green, the blue, which will be with the yellow. The green is with the crimson red. Yeah.
And asks, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just doing a sneak peek of some of the things I'll be doing at Sewing Street next week.
Carol.
On Sunday. Week from Sunday.
Carol loves the panel.
It's nice and it's burgundy. They weren't sure about using the burgundy, but then Jess and I decided, actually, no, we really liked it.
I would say it's more purple than burgundy.
It's probably the way it's coming out, but it is burgundy. It's what it's called, burgundy. And then we've paired this one with the teal.
Kath loves the panel.
Yeah, it's really useful. And the quilt is about 66 inches square, all told. I will post a picture end of next week of it completely, of the whole thing done.
Cheryl is watching.
Oh, hi Cheryl.
Anne asks, where's your gin tonight? You're on wine tonight?
I'm on wine tonight. Got Sauvignon Blanc.
And Claudia says, I think it boosts sales if we know what you're going to be demonstrating. And Julie is watching. Jane is watching.
Yeah, so that's that one. And I've actually written instructions for that, which, fingers crossed, all the maths works on that. But it's going to be a medallion quilt. So similar to the star one that I did in lockdown last year. So that's one project. And the other one...
Terry also loves the panel.
It's nice. It's very nice. I love floor tiles anyway. I don't know if anybody else. I'm sure you guys do. I'm not the only one that takes photographs of Victorian floor tiles when you see them, because they make really nice quilts. Michael thinks I'm a bit weird, but...
No, I don't.
I'll stop
I
it.
take pictures of medieval tiles in churches. What are you talking about?
Well, that's true. That's true. And then the other...
Yours, Sarah.
Oh, hi, Sarah. The other kit we've got, it's another kit in a box with all the fabrics. And that's what it... The picture doesn't really do it justice. So I know at the studio, because I have seen it, they actually have the actual quilt already made. I'm just going to demonstrate it. And it looks so much better in person than it does on this picture. But the pattern, it's just one block, and it's all a kaleidoscope block. So if I show you.
Jackie.
That's what I mean by a kaleidoscope block. And then it depends where you put the fabrics.
Julie says she does it all the time, as does Karen.
Good, good, good. See, I'm in good company. And this, you'll be in luck.
And Joanne also says, I also take photos of floor tiles too. Thank you. I feel normal.
Good. Yeah, see? We're all almost friends. Now, if you like cats, which I do, you'll love this fabric. So, it is all, every single one of bar one has got cats on it. So this one's got cats and a rabbit or a hare and a swift and mice. That's one. Not a lot of that one, so you must not use very much of that. Oh, I love this one.
Jeanette is watching.
Magnolia blossoms and cats. What's more to love? Yeah. I really love the colours on this. It's really...
That's a nice one.
Yeah, nice dusky grey and pink. And then you've got your lime green to add a pop of colour and knitting needles and wool.
Claudia says those boxes are so very strong, great to reuse.
They are. I actually have kept the other two. I haven't got a use for them yet. But...
And Sandra says good evening from Glasgow.
Oh, hi Sandra.
Ellen, love watching you on Sewing Street and looking forward to seeing this. Like the blue best because I come from Stoke-on-Trent.
Mm-hmm.
And it puts me in mind of Minton tiles.
Yeah, I really like the blue, and I think the yellow, which I don't have with me right now, the nice primrose yellow is going to really set it off.
And Carol says, oh wow, love the animal fabric.
This one, I thought it was like an owl and a pussycat, but it's just two pussycats in a boat.
I think that's a fable, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's a nursery rhyme, isn't it? Or a song. An owl and a pussycat.
Jane says, I know a lot of folks who take photos of tiles. She also likes drain covers.
Oh, yes! There's some really nice ones. I know some people also really like post boxes.
That would be me.
Oh, this is the same one, I think, from the first one that we saw with the cats. But a different colourway. I like the pink. It's kind of a corally pink. Peachy corally pink. I like it. Oh, and this one's cute. This one is the same as the...
Claudia says she used the magnolia one for things. Looks gorgeous. Lori likes the nice cat fabric. And Carol says the rabbits. And Sandy says, oh, I love cats.
Yeah. Can't go wrong
And
with
Judith
cats.
says doors and stained glass for her.
Yes, stained glass. Oh, I tell you, the prettiest stained glass. I didn't know this, but the church in Kimbolton... It's Cambridgeshire, right? Kimbolton still?
It's yes, it is, but it's actually Huntingdonshire.
Okay, well, Cambridgeshire. They have a stained glass window in the back of that was actually made by...
Fabergé.
No, Tiffany.
Tiffany, that's right, Tiffany, sorry.
Tiffany. Apparently the local lady had it commissioned for her daughter or something. But it's stunning. And if you go in the church, you can automatically see that there's something different about that particular stained glass window. And if you go and have a look, there's a little blurb about it. It's Tiffany. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous.
And Laurie says the cats in the boat is by Tula Pink's tattooist.
Oh.
And Joanne says, me too, lovely drain covers in Rome.
Oh,
she did get some funny looks.
Oh yeah, Free Spirit fabrics. So yeah, it would have been Tula Pink in the day. Oh, no, this one says by Rachel Hauer.
Claudia says her son's a Tyler and does lots of Victorian entrances, and I laugh as I tell him which patchwork design it's from.
Can't be nice Victorian tile. That one's the toile. Oh, and the last one I haven't seen is all flags. It's cat themed. Well, I guess it's cat themed because they're all fishy flags on the cats and paw prints. I did see a paw print somewhere. Oh, their paw print. Cats and boats. Yeah, it's really nice fabric actually. It's really, I wouldn't say heavyweight, but it's really good quilting fabric. So that's that. That'll be the other one. So those two, and that'll be on a week from Sunday. It's going to be a busy weekend next weekend because I've got some more motorbike training on Friday, Saturday. Then I'm at Sewing Street on Sunday, and then back to motorbiking on Monday. So it's going to be full on.
Wait, you in Sewing Street this Sunday?
No. I said a week from Sunday. A week from Sunday. Don't worry, Belly. You'll get fed.
I wasn't worried.
It's next weekend.
It doesn't matter. I'm on holiday, so it don't matter.
So those are the sneak peeks. Oh, I'm losing my whips. And then, what I thought I'd do tonight, because everybody's been asking, and I haven't made any progress on it, is start sewing together, just a bit of hand piecing of my coat, so that I've got all of the, yes, hello my boy.
Joanne asks you,
come on,
you are training others with motorbikes, or are they training you? They're training you.
Yeah, they're training me. Gotta do a little bit more training.
And yeah. Susan says she makes stained glass. It's just like patchwork.
Oh, yeah.
And Valerie is watching from Glasgow.
Oh, hi, Valerie.
And Claudia says, that's my bank balance squeaking again.
Yeah, that link. Oh, did you see the Festival of Quilts competition entries are open? So you can start putting your quilts in for the competition. Saw that this week. Don't forget, I will be there teaching hand piecing. Oh, yeah. So Festival of Quilts, I'll be there teaching hand piecing on the Thursday. Friday, I'm going to be on Sewing Street in the morning. Saturday morning, or Saturday all day rather, I'll be doing the tessellation quilt. And on Sunday morning again, I'll be teaching the hand piecing. So if you want to do that with me in person, and you'll be at the Festival of Quilts, you can book a workshop for that.
And says, where do you get your boxes from?
So boxes like these boxes.
I imagine so.
This is actually, well, Sewing Street sent me this because this is what the kit actually comes in. It has a sleeve over the top with the pattern, well, a picture of the quilt on it. But this is not one of mine. This is just from the Sewing Street kit. So they sent me this to use the fabrics to demonstrate the quilt for a week from Sunday. But this is what you'll actually get. This box plus the instructions, which I'll demonstrate. It's actually, yeah, it's one block. So it's not too bad. It's just there are 8 seams that join in the middle. So there is a bit of a trick to putting these ones together.
Debbie is watching.
And you get all those lush fabrics to make the whole thing.
Karen says it's a pity we can't all get together. We could all help you with the hexy flowers for your quilt.
Oh, bless you.
And
Yes.
Joanne asks, is Sewing Street live from the festival this year?
I don't know. We were talking about it last time I was there. We were talking about it, but I don't know exactly what the plans are. Yeah.
And Sarah says, your hand piecing is great. I can highly recommend this class.
Oh, bless you.
And Christine says, I'm very happy about you getting a little time to do some more hand sewing for your wonderful coat.
Yes, so that's what I'm going to be doing. You can see these are all, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Lynn
13,
is watching.
14, 15.
And Anne is watching.
There's 18 there, plus I've got some more extra bits. So let's get cracking. I already laid these out, so I took a picture so I know which way I wanted to orientate.
Christine says John said no sewing street at Festival of Quilts.
Oh, okay. I always struggle to get these started for some reason. Get them in the right order. So, let's see. There we go. Yeah, that's better, like that. There we go.
And Laurie also says that John Scott said so far they are not going to the festival.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'll be actually at the show Friday.
When is it again?
I'm going to say 29th of July. The 29th, 30th, 31st, 1st of August, I think. I think that's how it's for. It's the last sort of Thursday, begins the last Thursday in July. So it runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, basically. And if you're only got one day to go, sorry, let me grab my handy dandy box. If you've only got one day that you can go to see it, I tend to recommend going on the Sunday. I'm only going every day because I'm going to be teaching.
Patricia is watching.
Oh, hi Patricia.
And Lolly is watching from a cold market deeping.
Oh, it is cold, isn't it?
And Christine says, up to now, I've decided not to go to the Festival of Quilts this year.
You know, I think it's going to be one of those things. People aren't so sure. I think they might actually be. I think it might be a good year to go, especially if you've never been. Because in the past, it does get quite crowded. But from the measures that I've seen, with them opening up a whole new hall, not to make the actual Festival of Quilts bigger, not to add more stuff, but to actually space things out a little bit more. And the way that they're staggering the entrances, I think it's going to be more pleasant this year to go to it. That's going to be my impression.
Joanne says it's the 29th of July to the 1st of August.
I think so. I was remembering that right. Yeah, I started this hexie, so I thought I'd finish because I need to get my needle and thread and everything out of it. And then I'll move on to my... But I think this hexie may actually have to go into the...
And Lynn says, I'm going on the Sunday. Not so much traffic to contend with on the journey.
Sunday, that's the day I used to tend to go. Things start to quiet down on a Sunday. And also, I don't know how many people are going to be able to travel, because usually a lot of people travel in from abroad to go to the Festival of Quilts, so that'll be interesting.
Joanne says, I've never been, and being busy looks a bit overwhelming, but might go this year if she can get the vaccine in time.
Yeah. I do think if you're going to go, I think this year might be quieter.
End of July, you'll have your second. Well, we'll both have our second job by then. Annette says, never been, but now I'm dithering as we have been invited to a wedding that weekend.
Oh. Is it near Birmingham? You could combine the two. Yeah, we've got a wedding to go to this year.
Yep.
At some point, I've got to make a waistcoat. Actually, I might have to make 2 waistcoats for that.
Christine says, I like the buzz of the crowd, and we make a weekend of it by staying in a lovely hotel. And Helen says, happy Friday, Emma.
Happy Friday. Thank you. Yay, it's Friday. Friday! I've needed this Friday. Well, it's more than Friday for Mikey, because Mikey's got all next week off on holiday. He just told me today. Like, oh yeah.
Yes. Holiday. The only thing I'm going to decide is whether or not I should get out of my PJs. Apparently tomorrow it's supposed to chuck it down here.
Really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be really nasty tomorrow.
I hope not, because I gotta take my bike for its MOT.
No, it is supposed to rain buckets tomorrow.
I thought it was going to be nice tomorrow.
I think it's nice in late afternoon.
Yeah.
But I think you might be all right. It might be tomorrow morning, but
That's when I gotta take it.
well, 10 o'clock is not.
Isn't that what?
It is the morning, but for us, that's like mid-afternoon, isn't it?
That is true.
And it says, unfortunately, not near Birmingham.
Oh.
And Judith says, I think you need 2 days at the festival, one to browse and look at the quilts, and one to shop.
Definitely. It's a little bit too much to do all in one day. You have to kind of choose one or the other.
Linda says it's supposed to be wet but warm. And Marie says hello.
Oh, hi, Marie.
Kirsty says, I've been covering for a colleague all week for her holiday, so finally it's Friday.
Yay, yay, yay.
I wonder if there'll be some Star Trek fabric at the Festival of Quilts.
Well, they had
From
Star Wars fabric
some of the vendors, I
Sewing
guess.
Street this week, because it was May the 4th.
Yes, that's not
Star Trek.
Star Trek, though, is it? Anyway, Christine says, where does the week go? It only seems like last month since you were doing your Christmas sewing. 2 weeks, we're in the 6th month, isn't it? Or 2.5 weeks?
Or a little bit more than that, but yeah.
I don't think so. And Judith says, bound to have it. 6th month already.
I know.
Joanne says, they seem to be doing different grades of tickets. Any top tips?
Oh, I only ever go sort of bog standard general admission, to be honest with you. I don't do any of the VIP things because I've never been that interested in it. But they do have some extra bits if you're interested. As far as I know they have like a lounge for the VIPs who buy the VIP tickets to sit and relax, but the last couple of times I've been, they've actually had a really nice big cafe area, and you might have to buy a cup of tea or coffee or something, but it's definitely a nice place to sit and relax. But other than that, you will struggle to find seating.
Helen asks, what thread do you think is best for your hand piecing? She is using Orfil or cotton Gutterman.
The Gutermann will be good.
Oh,
I think the
Gutermann, sorry.
It's German. You should know that. You speak German. It depends on the Orfil, which one you're using. I would say the 50 weight is definitely too fine because you might find it snags. I'm actually using, it's in here. I'm actually using Coates & Clark dual duty hand quilting thread, so the stuff that I quilt with as well. So it's quite thick. But what I like about that, the hand quilting thread, sewing it with the hand quilting thread, is that I don't have to worry about my thread snapping quite so much when it's going through the needle. I mean, it does get a bit worn, it gets a little bit tatty after a while, but it never quite snaps all the way through. And I usually only take maybe an arm's length of thread at a time.
Karen wonders how many of the internal sellers, Lynette, Anderson, etc., will attend the festival.
Oh.
And Joanne says apparently they had Care Bear panels on Sewing Street this week.
Oh.
Why didn't you hook me up?
I didn't know.
All right.
I didn't know. I missed that.
Well, maybe it'll come again. Claudia says, I remember doing Christmas tree napkins 6 for each of my 4 kids equals 24. I still have to do some for myself. And Kath says, until a couple of years ago, she lived in Melton Mowbray, not far from us, and could go easily to Festival Quilts by train in about an hour.
Yeah.
Now she lives in Winchester.
Oh.
It's not quite so easy.
No.
She's undecided about this year. Lori says the VIP was good to put your shopping away.
Oh, yeah.
So it just depends what you want out of it.
Gotcha.
And Shirley is
I didn't
watching.
know they had that option. That is good to know.
And Helen says thank you. She is using 50 weight Orfil, and it keeps snapping.
Yeah,
I have some Gutermann.
Yeah.
quilting thread. We'll try
yes.
that instead.
Yeah, definitely go for that. Because that's... The Gutermann is also one that I quite like for this. I happen to have Coats and Clark, but yeah, this is a Gutermann quilting thread. And that would work just as well. It's black, so it's quite... You can see it. I wouldn't use black, but yeah. That'll work. Nice and relaxing. Oh, actually, I still need to catch up on the sewing bee. I haven't seen the sewing bee yet this week, so no spoilers. Well, you can tell Michael. You won't tell me. I haven't seen. Although I did inadvertently see who got garment of the week. I think so. That won't be a surprise.
Are you sure we didn't see it?
No, we didn't see it.
What were we? Oh, that was food shop, wasn't it, that day?
We did food shop on Tuesday.
Isn't
No,
it
we
on
were in
Tuesday?
bed when sewing bee comes on at 9.
Okay.
We were in bed by then.
Judah says, I can't get on with Orifil thread. I have some lovely hand quilting thread her sister brought back from the States.
Orifil is good for machine quilting, definitely, and for machine piecing. For hand sewing, the 40 weight is okay, but the 50 weight is definitely too fine for any hand sewing.
So because the higher the number, the thinner the thread?
Yep. Do you know why?
No.
So the reason that thread, the higher the number, the thinner the thread, is because it's gauged on, like if you take a kilogram of cotton, how far that kilogram of cotton gets spooled out determines how thin that thread is. Now the further it can get twined out into thread, the higher the number, because it's longer, the finer the thread. The shorter it is, the smaller the number, the thicker the thread.
Belinda is watching.
It may not be just kilogram of cotton because not everything's cotton, but that's basically why.
Christine says, when I worked in the sewing industry, we always used Coats thread, but I was told Moon thread is the same product.
Oh, okay. That's good to know, because I do have some Moon thread. It is the Moon thread, which I have somewhere. I've got quite a few spools.
Karen says the garment of the week was fabulous.
Oh, okay. Moon thread is one that I tend to use in my overlocker.
Lori says, have you tried the Gutermann recycled thread?
Oh, I haven't. Sounds interesting. I wonder what makes it recycled.
And Judith says, never heard of Moon thread.
It comes if I... Do I have some? Somewhere?
And Diane says Moon thread is made by Coats, she thinks.
Oh, okay.
And Karen says, yes, Coats and Moon threads are both the same. And Lori also says Moon thread is by Coats also.
Okay. They're different type... Oh, here we go. This is what Moon thread spools look like. That is... Yeah, it says Coats. Coats Moon thread. So it's a little bit fuzzier. You can see just on the spool that it's quite fuzzy. So it would be quite linty. It might be okay for piecing. It's quite thick. The reason I use it only in my overlocker, if I use it, is because it's not quite as strong. But because you've got several threads holding your overlocked stitch together, your seam together, it works well for that.
And Joanne said, did not know why the numbers were like that, and could never remember which way around the numbers went.
Yep. The higher the number, the thinner the thread. The lower the number, the thinner the needle. So it's opposite way. And
she also goes on, now I know why I think I'll be able to remember it now. Every day is a school day. Thank you. Christine says, I use Moon in all my machines without any problems.
Oh, okay.
Tina is watching.
Oh, hi, Tina.
And Diamond says, I'm thinking of making a tuffet.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever made one? And if so, have you any tips? The kits seem really expensive.
Yeah.
And you don't get the fabric.
No. I've seen the kits. I have seen them. I've never actually made one myself. From what I can see, they are like foundation paper pieced. I mean, I've heard that they're quite simple, but I've never actually tried it myself. I did look into getting some kits, but again, they were quite expensive. So.
Lorna is watching.
Oh, hi, Lorna.
Lori says Natasha has the recycled thread.
Oh, okay.
And Ellen says, love moon thread, use it a lot. Tina is watching. Anne says, lint built up much more noticeable with moon thread.
Yeah.
And Christine says, I have lots of thread for recycling. Done a lot or reverse stitching today.
Oh.
Yeah, reverse stitching. Lori says, I like the moon thread for top stitching.
Oh, yeah. I did actually use some of that for top stitching on something. Yeah, that would make it nice because it's a little bit thicker, so it would make it a little bit more noticeable. Yeah.
Viv is watching.
Oh, hi, Viv. Yeah, so I'm just doing a bit of hand piecing. Fiddly hand piecing. But this is the start of the other side of my coat, so it'll get there.
This is not the end, but the beginning of the end.
I'm also hoping, Michael, that I don't know if you saw the fabric that in the picture link I put up earlier. I'm hoping that it's all cut out. I've got a dress all cut out. I just need to put it together. Hoping to get that done for the next sewing street.
This is definitely purple.
Yes, Dad. It's maroon.
No. Maroon was like the Phillies caps last night. This is purple. And Terry asks, how far have you got with the coat?
I've got one full panel done. It's tucked up somewhere. I think it's right there. I have got the other side, the front of the other side, all pieced from the bird fabric. And now I'm piecing the opposite side, the reverse side of the other side. That's how much I've got done so far. The bit that's taken a long time is this, obviously. If it was all machine pieced, then it would be done by now. But it's the hand sewing, the finding time to do the hand sewing, and the actual hand sewing that's taken the time.
Lynn says you can get kits for small tuffet pin cushions to see if you like making one.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
Is it tuffet or tuffet?
Tuffet. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm
Eating
sorry.
her curds and whey.
Yes, of course. I'm tired.
Yeah, I think you still don't really know.
No, I don't. You don't know what a phaser is either. So,
What?
Nothing. Joanne says, meant to ask, have you made the coat before in another plain fabric?
Oh, I haven't. They did say I should do a toile, but it'll be okay. It's quite forgiving, and it's meant to be comfy. It's not really fitted, put it that way. It's called a long cardigan, the pattern I got.
Diane asks, do you know the best place to get crushed walnut shells, please?
Oh, eBay.
And Karen says, I have a Tuffet kit. It's a foundation paper piece. Not started yet.
Oh.
Can't decide on colors.
On colours. Oh, that would be the tricky thing.
Judy says, set to stun. Well done. Well done, Judy. Lynn said,
Yeah.
Lynn said, I made a Kaffe, Kaffe.
Yeah, calf.
Kaffe pin cushion Tuffet ages ago from a kit. Really easy to do. And Elaine says, I bought the circle of wood and foam online to make a Tuffet. I was going to draw my own pattern onto calico.
Oh.
And Joanne says, this is a tricky pattern. And Diane says, thank you. And Jackie says, I made a Tuffet in denim. Quite easy.
Oh. Yeah, so the crushed walnut shells, this is just medium grade, 250 grams. I think I've got 5 bags altogether. I think it was maybe like 10 or 13 pounds on eBay. So yeah, you can definitely find it on eBay. The pattern, here it is. So this is the coat pattern. So it's only got, well, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, so 6 pieces to it. 2 sleeves, 2 fronts, and then the back is made of 2 pieces. And the one I'm making is C, this one. So with the waterfall front and the pockets.
Diamond says Captain Kirk sat on plenty of polystyrene boulders, but probably never a Tuffet. That is true. Move one rock, it's a different planet. Belinda says, heard somewhere that lizard litter could be used.
Oh, I think lizard. Yeah, I think it's a similar sort of a thing to crushed walnuts. I think it's the same. I want to say it's the same thing.
Lori says it's okay to say sew motion sell the crushed walnuts as well.
Oh, okay.
And Joanne says, is it beginner friendly? Never made clothes.
Yeah, I would say it is, only because it doesn't have that much. It doesn't have that many pieces, and it has. I don't think it even has a dart. The only thing that's tricky when I've looked at the pattern is doing the collar, because it's all. I'll show you on this. I can reach it.
Scared Link.
I know. Well, it doesn't take much, does it?
No, it doesn't.
The scaredy cat. So this is my first piece done. There. So this is my first side, and this will be my waterfall collar. I've got my pocket, which I need to hand sew on. But this bit, this is my armhole. This needs to be sewn along the back piece, and then this will meet the back of my neck to make the collar. So I'm not sure how that's going to go. And then that's the reverse. That's what I'm making now, is another piece like this to go on this side. And this piece is already done for this one. So yeah. I'm quite pleased with that. And all I've done is, if you see, I've overlocked the edges. The edges are all going to be enclosed with binding at some point. But I thought for now, to keep it from fraying and to keep everything together, I would just overlock it all to keep it neat.
Your Sarah says, wow, that's going to be beautiful.
I'll have to start collecting some rose fabric for yours. Sarah's. I can't promise there'll be any hand piecing in it though. It might all just be machine pieced.
Terry says, are you making it reversible?
Yes. Yes, that's the plan. So it can go either way. And I'm just going to put pockets on the outside. I do love a pocket. Because I decided that actually, you know what? Even if I've got pockets on the inside of my coat, if I'm using the outside, I can still use them. So I'll have pockets to use either way.
Marie says it looks fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
And Joanne asks, is it easier to make with the wadding to keep it firmer? Or would it be easier for me to try in one layer of cotton?
Oh, I would do one layer of cotton as a start. So if you are just going to practice that pattern, I'm sure you've got the pattern number now. So it's a Simplicity S8742. Let me tell you what fabrics it says. It suggests you could do it in boiled wool, in double knit, in fleece, or in ponte. Or, let's see, a sweater knit. That might be a bit tricky. Lightweight denim, micro suede, a wool type, probably a fleece. But you'd want to use a walking foot, I think, when you're sewing it together. And it's not lined, so you don't have to worry about lining. So yeah, so I'll just try it.
And Judith says that's come on such a lot since we last saw it. It's gorgeous.
Thanks.
Diana says her daughter is looking to rescue a chocolate Labrador. It's being bullied by a Pomeranian.
I can believe it. Aww.
And Karen asks, is Kelly still with you or has she gone home? She's gone home.
Yep, Kaylee's gone back now.
And Claudia says, I can't wait to see you in the coat.
Yeah, me too. It'll get done. We'll see.
Joanne says, brilliant tips. Thank you. I might be brave and have a go.
Yeah, definitely give it a go.
And Terry says, is it French seamed?
I think you possibly could do French seams if you wanted to. It doesn't tell you to do that.
I don't think you should.
Yeah. Some nice options. I think it would be a really cozy. If you could actually, if you wanted to, get some of those. They have some reasonable fleecy blankets, don't they? Like in some of the shops like B&M or QD, some of those teddy bear ones, teddy bear like blankets. You could have a couple of those. You might be able to get all your pieces cut from those, so it'd be reasonable, but it'd also be fluffy. That would make an amazing dressing gown. Fluffy.
Diana says, stick to English seams.
Get in there, and now I can just trim it.
Paula is watching.
Oh, hi Paula.
And Karen says, I would imagine you'll need to bind the seams as it is quilted.
Yes, so the plan is I'm going to bind the seams on the bird side. Or at least have some binding over them to cover it, and then I'm going to bind all the way around the edge, the outer edge.
Diane says Hong Kong seams in scrappy binding? Question mark. And Diamond says, what a pity my Star Trek trouser pajamas are not so far on. Hey. I agree, but you know, it's tragic and
that he doesn't
disappointing.
wear.
Well, they could wear one pair at a time, my love.
I still haven't seen Care Bears make an appearance.
They made an appearance a few months ago. The problem is they glow in the dark and they keep me up. Of course, it's handy in the morning when it's dark.
Where they are.
When it's dark, yeah.
There we go. Yay! That's a start. So now I just got to remember which way it went. I think it was this way. And then this one goes here.
And Laurie says, good things are worth waiting for.
Yeah, see? There we go. What time is it? Oh, it's getting 1:45 already. Did everybody see the COVID quilt this week that I've been doing? The quilt that's behind you that I've been quilting, it's being quilted in with COVIDs all over it.
Oh, the one on the machine?
Yeah.
Oh.
I really like it.
Oh, you mean the pattern?
The pattern.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Karen says, I'm hand piecing at the moment a Jenny Jackson pattern.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
And Joanne says, how about a Star Trek coat instead, or is she being too controversial? And Claudia says, did I live the COVID cells on there? Leave?
Oh.
And Joanne says, love the quilt design on the COVID quilt. Yeah. Diana says, yes, it's lovely.
Yeah, I think when my temperature quilt finally gets done.
That's been a long year.
It's going to be quilted with COVID. Oh, this is what I was going to show you. So when I hand piecing, that's by how long my thread is. You can see it's got quite a long, this bit is long and short tail there. That's so that when I pull it through periodically, I've got all of this extra thread to pull my needle along. And it doesn't sit in the same spot.
And Chloe says, I love it, the cells.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I think it's funky. I think it's going to be interesting to see in a few years' time. Well, not even in a few years' time. And everybody's forgotten about what it was like.
Claudia says, hate when the predictive spelling decides to set in. Yeah. Yeah, I wish there was a way to turn that off. But...
There is. But you have to go into your settings.
Oh, can't be bothered.
Your belly. Surprised Link's not in here.
He was in a bit.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I hope John recovered from his week before last. That was a long week for him.
Diane says, just thinking about the temperature quilt. Is the showing of them cancelled? I can't remember which show we are aiming for.
Well, we were aiming for this year's Festival of Quilts. However, I think it's going to have to be for next year.
And Diamond says, don't predict the end of COVID yet. She thinks I might be right.
2045. Well, I did see they've got some like COVID boosters that said they're going to be ready for the autumn.
Yeah, well, it will just be like a flu shot from now on.
Yeah, I think so too, just for a different variant.
Yeah. Diane says, do you mean Johnny 2 jabs?
Yeah, that's what John, he's Johnny 2 jabs because he got his second vaccine.
And Terry says John had his second jab today.
Yeah.
And Christine says, hope you remember to move your pins out of your jeans before bed. No.
Sometimes.
I usually find them.
Yeah. Not jeans aren't so bad, but definitely in my sleeves, they do sometimes get left and forgotten about.
That's why you need to get one of those wrist pin cushion thingies.
This is the only hard part. Is sewing all the blocks together. Well, not hard part. It's just no, actually, say that in that. It can be nice because then it grows quite quickly just by doing a few seams. I might even be able to get this done, partially done, for the end of next week. Let's think. We'll see.
Terry says, I often have a cable needle behind my ear when I'm knitting.
That's one good place to put it. I always struggle with those. I sometimes just tuck it into my work. Tuck it into whatever I'm working on. Oh, I'm going off skew. Let's try that again.
Diamond says, she's the only sensible person in the house who always wears something on their feet. Strangely, her husband and son quite often find pins.
Yep, that would be here too.
Dawn is watching. Sorry, late to the party, having car trouble.
Oh no. Oh no. That's never good. Although you did have to save me from a pin once.
Yes, I remember the day.
I had stepped on a pin, a very large pin, and it was quite deep into my foot. And Michael came in. I called him into my room, and I told him as he walked in the door that he's going to have to put his big boy pants on, and
yeah, I'm not one for blood.
Help me pull it out. It wasn't too bloody actually.
There was blood.
It wasn't too bad. It was more of the.
It was blood.
There wasn't any blood.
Yes, there was blood.
Not much.
There was blood.
You did good though. Boy done good. Oh, and then when I sewed my finger to the machine as well.
I don't remember that.
That was a recent one. Well, recent as in the last few months. Yeah, I got stuck. I sewed myself to the machine and you had to come and... Oh, I remember. I literally did sew... I think it was my thumb. On the big machine. It actually made a stitch through it. And you had to come and cut the thread out. Give me scissors so I can cut myself away.
That's right, and then pull the thread out. Yes, I remember now. Yes.
But you blocked it out.
Yeah. Christine said...
You have to get a tetanus shot for that.
Well, yeah. Christine said her husband had his second jab today.
Oh, yay. I didn't get any blood on the quilt, though.
Judy says, I'm now carrying pliers in her sewing kit. Elaine says, ouch. And Dawn says, yes, it was your thumb. And Lorraine says, as an ex-nurse, I laugh at men. Terry says, ouch. Lynn says, owie. And Judith says, crikey, that sounds awful.
It's not as bad as some pictures I've seen of x-rays of ladies who actually have a needle going straight through there.
Okay, let's move on to a new subject.
I know.
It's better.
You can't even watch a midwife without
hiding. They shouldn't be showing those sort of things at tea time. I mean, isn't it the family hour or something, or the watershed, or what is it, whatever it's called? I do laugh at the doctor, though. And Elaine says, I don't think I would use a machine again. Oh. And Dawn says, yuck.
She's okay. You just got to respect her. I got a bit too close, that's all.
And Judith says, sounds like 24 hours in A&E.
Yeah. That's this house. Well, that's me.
And Karen says, I was just going to say, I bet you enjoy the Call the Midwife.
This is going to be a little bit longer. Let's see where we are.
Terry says, I wince when they're using rotary cutters on sewing bee.
Oh, yeah, because yeah, no, rotary cutters definitely require respect. Yeah, see, it's coming along. It will grow quite quickly, actually, if I have a little sit down and maybe sit down in my audiobook or some telly, some catch-up telly. Other than Serbia, I don't know what else we've got. Oh, we've probably got a Gogglebox. Gogglebox is on tonight, isn't it? So we'll have that tomorrow.
Christine says, what about the doctor operating on unborn babies?
Yeah, well, we kind of saw that
Through Gogglebox.
Through Gogglebox, yeah. So we watch a lot of telly through Gogglebox. So we don't actually watch the actual programs, but we watch other people watching it, which is more fun. But yeah, Michael didn't like that.
Fascinating, though. I mean,
yeah, that was amazing. Really cool.
Yeah.
So.
It's amazing.
Well, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for joining and putting up with me again on a Friday.